Dan Larson here, and I am Photobooth for a moment to revisit the Star Wars Episode 7, The Force Awakens figures that I have in my personal collection. Most of these were purchased prior to the opening of the film, and since I was spoiler-averse at the time, I didn't know anything about any of these characters when we reviewed them. We did review a lot of these, maybe not Sarko Plank here, or 3 3/4-inch 5 POA Poe Dameron. Just recently picked up the TIE Fighter pilot, Black Series, so we didn't talk about him, or the Gravy Enforcer back here. I think the rest of these guys appeared in a video somewhere except for Chewbacca, and that's obviously not Force Awakens Chewbacca. That's the other Chewbacca. But we didn't know anything about them, and most of the reviews are just about the design or structure of the figures, the kind of articulation they have, and whether they look like the things we had seen in the trailers. There was no way to know if they were actually good figures of the characters in the movie since I hadn't seen it yet, but I have seen it. So, talking about the Kylo Rens, we were seeing hood up, hood down. We weren't sure. We'd seen both looks in the trailer. Didn't really know how that was going to play into things. But here's the 3 3/4-inch Black Series, 3 3/4-inch 5 POA back here. You have hood up, you have hood down. Black Series obviously has hood up, but you can take it down. And then in the way back there, you've got Elite Series, Disney Store, die-cast, molded hood up. Ultimately, I think it's cool that he's got both looks. I don't really care. I like that you get both options here. I would have probably... I said in my review of Kylo Ren that I thought he should have had plastic robes and stuff anyway, so I think I would have preferred that with a interchangeable hood, plastic-wise. But it's cool, and I can honestly say that I really do like Kylo Ren now. And for most of these figures, the main thing I come out of it with is that they all feel like Star Wars to me, and that's the most important part, because there's, even for as long as we lived with the prequel era, there's still a lot of characters there that I don't feel like, they just don't feel like Star Wars to me. But all of these things now feel like they are part of the Star Wars universe, and I wasn't sure that there was no guarantee that we were actually going to get that coming out of the film until we saw the film. Rey, very happy with this figure now. Didn't know, like I said, didn't know anything about her, who she was, what was going on. I will say, I think they could have included her mask, her hood, her goggles, just like the 3 3/4-inch, which I don't have yet. The 3 3/4-inch Black Series figure comes with a little plastic attachment that you just fit on over her head that has the hood and goggles all as one piece. Would have been nice to be able to see that. I think it's great. Fantastic that she came with BB-8. I would have hated to see... I'm glad they didn't pack him the way they packed R2-D2 in the first wave of Black Series back in 2013. I don't know what attachments he would have come with anyway, but he's a simple figure. He's a great figure. I don't even care. And I know Kylo Ren, Rey, BB-8, I know there's been a lot of pictures lately about a refresh of them. I think the face on mine looks fine. The additional detail on BB-8, not a big deal. And I don't really care about the textured collar Shaw thing on Kylo Ren. Not enough to go drop another $20 on it or anything like that. Seems ridiculous to me, but Finn, I never cared for the gun that he came with. This obviously is a Black Series Luke Skywalker lightsaber blade that I have unironically put with him. Obviously I've got 2, so I'm going to give her 1 too. I'm glad they didn't include it with her. I'm glad they didn't blow that plot detail ahead of time. They could have included one with Finn. I think that would have been fine. We'd seen him with the lightsaber in the trailers, and I think that would have just further put that red herring out there of who's the Jedi. And, we could still see some more out of Finn. We don't know what's going to happen with that lightsaber. I think we think it's going to be Rey's from now on, but we'll see. Episode 8 comes out in 2 years. We'll find out then. But very happy with the Finn figure. Phasma, to be determined. Not much we can really say about her still just yet. I think it's still a fantastic character design. I think it looks cool. I think it's one of those things where even if it was from a video game or a comic book or something else that I didn't care about, if I saw that figure on the shelf, I probably would have bought it anyway. It's just a really cool design, and I hope that we'll get to see her do something that lives up to the coolness of the design, so that she doesn't go on into the future with the same kind of a legacy as that obscure character Boba Fett from Empire Strikes Back. Guavian Enforcer back here. I picked him up, just like I was just talking about with Phasma, on a whim to say, well, he's kind of a cool-looking figure, Black Series, got all the pipes, there's some neat details on there, some decent paint treatment, but we didn't know what he was going to be in the film, and, people were talking, oh, he's going to be an assassin, he's like Deadpool, he looks like Target, the Target logo, maybe I said that, but, we saw the film, and ultimately he didn't do jack or squat, so, I'm still glad I bought it, but, I don't know. I guess I could probably left him on the shelf, and if I hadn't purchased him, it wouldn't have been a big loss. We've got there's definitely a few figures that I didn't buy that I'm glad I didn't buy them. For sure, Constable Zuvio, just such a weird looking character, and he, you know, having not been in the film. Oh, look at this. BB-8 won't fall down. Having not been in the film, I'm glad I didn't drop the cash on him. It was a weird-looking character. There is that collector part of me that worries that someday I might regret that I didn't buy it. But, you know, as for now, if I change my opinion, it looks like there's still plenty of them peg-warming out in the shops. So if I decide in the next couple of weeks I want to grab him, maybe I can grab him. But there are definitely some... Oh, and Resistance Trooper. I didn't buy that guy either. I don't know. I think they spent like a couple of minutes in the film, maybe? I don't know. But I wish they'd done a better Poe. Obviously, I don't have a 6-inch Poe Dameron here. I really would like to, especially since they released 2 different figures. But I really don't feel like either one of them really did the character any credit with how messed up the faces are and the lack of paint details and just the overall sculpt and everything. Anyway, thanks for watching. Make sure you like this video, or don't like it. Just click one of those 2 buttons, please. Let me know in the comments below if seeing the film changed your opinions of any of the figures you did or did not pick up. And if you haven't already, please subscribe. Thanks. Later.